Hi, hello, and welcome to the Pillow Talk, where our fuckboys are not as fuckable. In the end, they were not as fuckable as they were in the beginning. My name is Cedia, and I'm one of your co hosts. And today, my co host joining me is.
Jacob. Woo! Pew, 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 pew.
Woo! Hold on. See, it's a lot harder, like, starting out the episode than me being on the sidelines and just adding the noises with myself. Um, but yeah, uh, welcome to our 5th episode of the Pillow Talk. Oh
Episode
my goodness.
5.
Episode 5, and we're doing really good, y'all. I'm very impressed with our with our dumpster fire of a show. I'm really happy. I'm
Oh
really
my
happy with
god.
it.
I've been
um,
recommending this to a lot of people, so it better not be a dumpster fire. Like,
I'm
my
really
mama's
happy
gonna
with
watch
like,
this.
oh my god. Yeah, most of our friends and family are going to be watching the show, which is hello, y'all.
Hi.
hello to all of our hello to all of our friends and family watching, and maybe
Listening
other people that
to,
may not. Oh, listening. Sorry, watching. Sorry.
because we're watching each
So
other.
yeah, we're watching each other. Anyway, so yeah, hello to everybody who loves us, who hates us, who can't get enough of us. Welcome to the Pillow Talk.
The Pillow Talk.
Yes, and in today's episode, we're gonna be talking about fuck boys.
Fuck boys.
Yes. And we're gonna have like a little story time session. So wherever you are, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your wine, some snacks, light a little candle or two, and just like, settle down and listen to us ramble about fuckboys for like about an hour. And then we'll answer some questions. And I think I'm going to start because I feel like Jacob has uh a longer experience with fuckboys than I do. Um,
This is gonna be one of those
Jacob,
episodes where my family is gonna be like, what the fuck? Like
yeah, this is not. If it wasn't for the f bomb, I would have issued a disclaimer. This show is PG-13
no,
or
it's not.
no,
We're
this
rated
show is
R.
rated R. We're rated R.
This is rated. What is it? I don't know. It's bad. We're bad. We're not good. I'm not good.
Please don't have us around your children. Not like us physically around your children, because
We know how to act when we're in
we
public.
know how to
Okay.
act in public, but don't have this podcast playing around your kids, please. Um, but yeah. So,
Or do maybe they might learn some stuff. I'm kidding.
oh my god, where do I begin? Huh? It's been it's been a while since I've encountered a fuckboy, but you know what? When they do come around, they sure know how to have fun.
Some of them
um,
come in disguise, though. Do you think? Do you feel? I
oh,
feel like some of them do come in disguise.
mm, I don't know. I don't know. If we're talking about a particular person, which I think I know who you're talking about, then no, I don't think they were a fuck boy. I think they were a confused boy.
Oh no, I was talking about someone else. Um, I'll put it in the chat. Just keep going. Keep going with the one you were going to talk about, and I'll put it in the chat.
Oh my god, dead. Okay. So, I guess it all started with my first boyfriend. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. We're going to talk about him today. Um
Yay!
Yay! Okay. So, it all started
If
when
you're
my
about to
first
talk about your
boyfriend.
first boyfriend, he wasn't a fuckboy. He was just dumb. He was
Okay,
just straight
well,
up dumb. Like,
he was he was he was intellectually challenged, I will say. But I'll add
you're
that
just
it
like
wasn't my
Yahweh.
No, wait. It wasn't okay, I don't consider my first ex-boyfriend to be a fuckboy, okay? I'll just leave it at that. It was the person who came after him that I considered a fuckboy.
What, too?
And,
Put it in the chat.
we're not gonna mention any names, but I do wanna give some code names. Um,
Should we just come up with like fake names for them? For whoever we're talking about? Oh my god.
yeah. I guess, what can we call him?
Dale. Just name him Dale. Like Chip and
Dale?
Dale, like
Chip and Dale?
the little the were they squirrels? What kind of rodent were they?
Can we call him Anaconda?
Oh God. Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay,
Are we gonna talk
alright.
about that? Are we gonna talk about his
No,
anaconda
no,
jaw?
no, wait. No, we're not gonna we're not gonna talk about that.
There's only one thing I like
Oh,
about this one.
oh
Only
my
one thing.
god,
Other than that, he was a
so
total
random.
asshole.
Anyway, so I met Mr. Anaconda, or you know what? He slid into my DMs, okay?
Yes.
He slithered into my DMs. I had just gotten out of a relationship. Maybe it had been like I it it was like
Days.
around no, it was around like already before I met you. So this
He
was like
slid into
around
your DMs before you met me?
yeah, so it was like around March, February. Hold on. There's I don't think I told you the whole story,
Oh my
which
god. We're getting
okay.
into all the juicy details today.
Yeah, the lore is real. Um, so, so this was like around okay, so my ex-boyfriend had broken up with me in October, a day before Halloween, and I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Because Halloween for me and City
And
has Christmas.
yeah, I for some reason, and I'm just gonna put it out there, like for some reason, my relationships never last during the holiday season.
Oh my
Like
god, yes. I know what that feels like. Me too.
yes. So like my first boyfriend, he broke up with me like before Halloween. My second one, which I consider very loosely, I don't which we're going to be talking about him. He ghosted me around November, December, and that was oh that's going to be an interesting story. And then my this last relationship I was in, he broke up with me a couple days before Thanksgiving. So let's just say I don't have a good streak during the holidays. So if in future relationships or whatever ends up happening, I'm able to get past the holiday season unscathed, I'm putting a ring on that boy.
Yes, I wonder who it's gonna be.
I'm gonna wife him up. Anyway, so okay, sorry, going went on a tangent. So going back to Mr. Anaconda, it had been a couple months after my breakup with my first fling, and he slithered into my DMs. At first, I think he comment bombed me, like he bombed all of like my pictures with comments and stuff, and he
So
liked like
gross.
all of my pictures, and then he like went into my DMs and was like, hey, cutie," or something like that.
You
And
know
me, I
what?
was
I can
like
hear him saying that.
and then I was like, "Wow! Attention? Attention from a man?" I thought I was, like, after it's 'cause, like, oh my god, that relationship did, like, a number on me, on my self-confidence. I actually felt like I wasn't ever going to find love again. Actually, that's how I feel mostly after every relationship, but we'll see. So what were you gonna say? You're gonna
Nothing.
say
I
something.
wasn't gonna say
Okay.
anything. I'm just laughing. I'm not laughing at her, okay? I'm not laughing at her. I just Okay, I guess I'll say what was on my mind. I feel like
Why are you laughing at me, Jacob?
I'm not
What did
laughing
I
at
do?
you.
I'm
I
laughing with you.
I laugh because I feel like literally it's because I've been there too and I've said it as well, like I'm never gonna find love. But I feel like everybody, like when they get out of a relationship, whether it be short or long, everyone's just like, I'm just never gonna find love. It's never gonna happen. Like I just
Actually, maybe after this one, I actually may not find any because I'm just so
oh
picky
my
now. I'm
god.
just like, no, no, no. It's like not because like I'm not capable of like snatching myself up a dude, which I have a plethora of admirers
Her
and
DMs are flooding right now.
yeah, they're as flooded as Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's mansion in WAP. Um,
She just ignores all of them.
yeah, I just really just do. But anyway, that's besides the point. I didn't ignore this DM because I was in a vulnerable and emotional state and I wasn't ready or I wasn't really over my ex until a certain thing happened, which we're not going to talk about in this podcast, but
Wait, what?
um
Put it in the chat.
I'm not going to we're not
Oh,
talking about it.
fine, we won't
Anyway,
talk about it.
we're not talking about it. Oh my god. So I was in a very vulnerable point in my life. I had just moved houses. We had our house like it was a whole thing. Not to go into personal, but we were going through some financial issues and moving houses and stuff like that. It was a pretty traumatic experience and I was like at the lowest low in my life in that point, I think. The only good thing that was going for me is that I was like still working on my undergrad, my bachelor's, and I had a job, and yeah, and I had my art stuff.
Not to
So,
mention that she still is, and always has been, extremely gorgeous and has a full head of hair and like pretty everything. Just pretty everything.
oh my
Pretty,
god,
pretty, pretty all around.
thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? You get you a friend that hypes you up, like you know. And you know what? Oh, I'm gonna get a little bit off topic. He And you know who I'm talking about, but he would always feel so he'd be like, "Why they hype you up so much?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because that's what your
That
friend should
person
be
was just
doing."
jealous that no one was doing that for them.
I kinda like how your mic was before.
It's because I got tired of it's because I wanna be able to you
To
look
lean
so
back?
relaxed and I'm not. I'm like
Okay,
jorobado,
okay,
like hardcore
okay. Anyway. So yeah, anyway. So get you a friend that, get you some friends that hype you up. And so yeah, going back, sorry, so many tangents. But going back to this previous relationship or this fuck boy relationship. Anyway, we had like like a little bit of back and forth. He sent me some, unsolicited pictures that I will not be describing.
they were my
What
favorite.
Oh my god. No, 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 no. I just, you know, I knew he was a fuckboy. I just knew it in my heart of hearts that he was one of those. But I was in such denial because I was, again, in a very vulnerable spot in my life that I was just like, no. I mean, yeah, I know he's a fuckboy, but maybe he can change. Maybe he can be, because he was really cute. And I was like, you know what? He's like really fine or whatever. And it was definitely a
He was cute until I
I
heard
had
him talk
oh my god. Oh my I will say that he does sound like a California surfer dude.
with a
Let's just
lisp.
put it that with a lisp. Yes. So, um so yeah. So this person, I was kind of taking him seriously, but at the same time no at the time. So I just, just left him there and we were just talking. It was only literally like Like, only the times that I was feeling really lonely is that, like, when I would talk to him or, like, which was most of the time. Um, and, he wanted to meet up, and at that point, I had not actually, like, dated before, 'cause, my first boyfriend I had when I was 21, 22, and I had literally just, um so going back, sorry, my first boyfriend, he was a family friend. So he was a family friend, and I didn't really meet him, you know, like at like Tinder, or like Bumble, or or just somebody sliding into my DMs. Like didn't know, like like the whole dating thing. So it was very new to me, and I I was very green, and I was very, I guess, off put by wanting to meet up or like meeting up with this person. So I just decided I asked my mom because I'm a mama's girl, and I asked her like, "Hey mom, like I want to meet up with this person." She's like, "Where does he live?" And I was like, "Oh, he lives here. He doesn't live that far from us." And she was like, ¿Y qué hace? Like, what does he do? Like, what does he work, or what does he do with his life? And I was like, "Oh, well, like he's a musician." Yeah. And my mom just kind of looked at me like, "Are you serious?" Look on my face. I upgraded in terms of looks. I think I stayed around the same in regards to intelligence, you know? Um,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can attest for that.
So, um, I he had told me that he didn't work, he stayed at home, and he didn't go to school either. So he didn't go to school and he didn't work. So he was just literally at home all the time, and he was like a year younger than me. I think he was like 21 or 22 because I
He
think
also
I was
liked
already
walking to Little
20.
Caesars.
Oh my god, yes, that was one of his pastimes, hobbies. I think I was 23 at the time, and he was, like, either 21 or 22. Again, just to remind y'all, I like them young, or I used to like them young, um, and now I'm like, I don't know."
Now you should
Um,
be aiming for dads that are on the verge of divorce and that will give you their money.
maybe, maybe. Everybody take notes.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So, after this, initial meeting, I don't know how my mom gave me the permission because I still lived under her roof or whatever at the time, so
it's
I
because you're
felt
a woman.
obligated. Yeah, and that's because 'cause I'm a fully grown woman. Again, in our culture, I can say, like, Latinx or Latino or whatever you like to call it, um, that or the culture is, like, it's frowned upon for girls, to go to a guy's house without dating at first, or y'all not having like a label on it, or like not being official boyfriend girlfriend. It's a big no. You don't do that, because if you go to somebody's house, and this is their logic, if you go to somebody's house, it's because you want to sleep with them, which is not the case. I never slept with this person. Some stuff happened. Luckily he never did anything to me because I didn't want it. I didn't want to because I wasn't ready.
Seeing that though, like seeing the that, you know what I'm talking about? You seeing the
Yeah.
anaconda. I wouldn't have wanted to either. Like I would have looked at it and just been like, "Get the fuck away! Get that away from me!" Like
Get your appendage away.
that thing
Get your
literally looked like two Coke cans next to each other,
It
like
was
on
like
top of each
another
other.
limb.
Sorry.
It was like another
Yeah, he
limb.
had like a whole other leg.
Yeah.
It was thick
Ew!
too.
Ew, no, okay, let's not talk about it anymore. So met up with him. We painted. I taught him a little bit about painting and all that stuff, and that's it. that's all we did. And I went back home and I was like, "Ooh, okay, he's not as, not what I imagined, I guess." So I was like, maybe just keep him there, but not really take him seriously, I guess. And that's what happened. Up until he like would start leaving me on red and stuff. And we had hung out a couple times after that. Some stuff happened, but not to me. Um, and it I honest I honestly felt, like, really pressured, I guess, like, to do certain things. I'm not gonna dive in too deep, but nothing with my mouth, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. Nothing with my orifices happened, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Your hand got
But
more action than anything else.
my hand got a lot of action. Um, but but yeah, I feel oh wow. Okay, stop. Okay, sorry. Uh, um, I feel very flustered. Oh my god, I think this is like the first episode where I'm actually like like a little blushing schoolgirl.
Oh my god, why? He wasn't
Um,
that great.
no, but like it's embarrassing to recount. Anyway, you'll know why. I mean, you already know why. Anyway, so so yeah, this relationship progressed or whatever, and he was like, you know, it wasn't even a relationship. He never really told me as to why he never pursued a relationship with me until later, and which I will
We'll get
discuss.
into that.
We'll get into it. And then after that, shortly after that, I just decided not to talk to him anymore because it was just like not a good situation for me. And I realized like he was just a fuck boy and that's all that was ever going to be, and I didn't want to. I knew that if I stayed in that situation, I was just gonna get hurt, or because he wasn't gonna get hurt, but I knew for sure I was going to get hurt. So I just removed myself from the situation and I moved on with my life. And with that, I moved on to another man's. And of course, I waited a little bit. I didn't like, was not hopping from dude to dude to dude.
You're
Not to
not
say that
me.
that's a bad. Oh my god. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but I'm just putting it out there. I'm not that type of girl. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's me.
Um,
I'm that type of girl.
yeah. Period. Um, and this will go into what should we call this person?
Um.
Oh, I think I know.
Oh, what's a good one? Let's hear it.
Lieutenant Dan.
Okay.
Do you,
Yeah,
do you
I'm
know? Do you
down.
remember? Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And the reason why I call him Lieutenant Dan is because, for those who don't know the reference, it's a character from the movie Forrest Gump. If you
Forrest
haven't seen
Gump,
it,
not Grump.
oh, Grump, Forrest
Gump.
Gump,
Gump.
Gump.
Yeah,
Sorry, Forrest Gump.
not Grump.
Um, so yeah, it's from the movie Forrest Gump, where this lieutenant gets his legs blown off, and Forrest saves him, and it's a
he
whole thing. Anyway,
he's he's notorious for the meme of like that New Year's the it's the person that's sitting in a wheelchair and all of these like
oh my god,
fireworks are going off like the with the glitter and he's just sitting there with his face like
yeah,
and
like
we
he's
will
just
be
depressed.
we will be posting that. That's the meme of the episode.
Yes,
We should post that fucking meme on our page so that people who listen will go to our page and be like, "Oh, that's the that's the one they're talking about."
yes, yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh, okay. We already have. Okay, okay. I get you.
Yes.
I already know which thing we're gonna use. Anyway, so we're gonna call him Lieutenant Dan, and if he's listening, or if Mr. Anaconda is listening, hello. You both are horrible people.
Well,
um,
okay, we you know You wouldn't be the amazing person that you are today if you didn't go through those trials and tribulations. So, thank you
True.
so much to Lieutenant Dan and Anaconda for showing us your anacondas.
Thank
Oh
you
my
so
god.
very much. You guys have shaped the woman who I am today, and I am better because of you. So thank you very much. Uh, uh, a the pillow talk extends um the most extraist of thanks to Lieutenant Dan and Anaconda.
And also
Um,
Anaconda, if you ever do listen to this, if anybody ever shows it to you or hear it from somebody, I want my fucking DS back. And we'll get into that later.
oh my god. Um, so yeah, so Lieutenant Dan, and the reason why I call him Lieutenant Dan is because when I met him, he had an injured leg and he was on crutches and stuff. So that's why I call him Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan, I met him on Bumble. He was so cute. Like these dudes were so fine. Like
They
they
really
were really
were.
cute. They really were, and I kind of miss them sometimes. Not even gonna lie.
Sometimes I miss
Um,
my fuck boys too. I really do.
I
I'm right there
Yeah,
with you.
I miss them, but, like, I don't want them near me. Just, like,
I wouldn't want I
I just want them to keep looking at my Snapchat stories
I
without
would
messaging me.
love it if fucking Anaconda talked to you again so I could at least I get my money back, hopefully.
That is never going to happen.
Never. I
Never. It's lost
shit.
into the depths of hell. Anyway, so, Lieutenant Dan, met him on Bumble. He was super cute, super charismatic. Um, we went on a date, to this local eatery who I will not name because they suck.
Oh,
And
okay. I was
yeah,
like, "Wait, what?"
yeah,
Now I know what it okay,
yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
we'll talk about them later. And you know what? They can't sue us for slander because it's literally the truth. Um,
Absolutely.
hashtag where where are my fucking paintings? Anyway, um, uh, so, yeah, so we went on the date, everything was fine, and he was, like, so perfect. I was like, "Oh my god." I would tell him, like, "Where have you been all my life? Like, Jesus, like, you're just so perfect." And he's like, "Aw, like, don't say that. I have my faults too."
Where have you been all my life?
"Where have you been all my life?" Oh, oh my god, I'm cringing. Sorry, y'all.
Same.
Anyway, so so then, yeah, after a while, like, we that date lasted a while, and then he wanted to take a picture with me, which I thought was, like, really
Ew.
odd. I
Weird.
was like, "Okay, weird. Sure, I'll take a picture with you." Okay. Uh, and we took a picture, and we took 2, I think, and then after that, we I kissed him. I know. You're not supposed to kiss on the first date according to some people,
Well,
but
you know what? I called
I
her
will say
before the date and we were talking while she was getting ready, and I told her, "We're not gonna kiss him today." And what happened?
okay, but that's another dude. Wait, is he considered a fuckboy? Not really, right?
Wait, what?
You
It's
know
the
who I'm
same
talking about.
dude.
I know no,
Oh! Yes. Okay. Well, no. I mean, no, no.
no,
Yes,
no.
but either way, it's still one of my golden rules when I
Well
go on a date with a guy,
well,
which I actually broke on my first date with my boyfriend.
oh, well, see, you don't even follow your
Okay,
own
but hold
rules.
on. Look, listen.
No, no, I rebuke you.
Fine, whatever. Keep going.
Um, so I okay, the reason why I kissed him was because 'cause 1, he was so freaking cute, y'all, and I couldn't help it. And then second of all, he was going to leave, so we went on our date, and he was talking about how he was going to be so one first of all, let me just tell you, this is like that one stereotypical army dude who wants to wife up every freaking girl that he can get his hands on for the
Within the first date.
benefit within the first date. But you know what? No, he didn't like say anything in the first date, but anyway, after that I will elaborate later. So yeah, he was cute, and he also told me that he was going to be leaving to a military base that I will not disclose. And I just felt like I wanted to, so why not? I was following our queen, Miss Duff, to the T.
Miss
So
Duff?
Miss Duff, Hillary Duff.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Why not? Anyway, um, so then after that, um, he texted me saying, "That was the most wonderful kiss I've ever received." Or something along those lines. Like, I have never felt a kiss sweep me off my feet. And I was like, what? Really? Me being like a goofy ass bitch, I was like, oh, yeah, really? um, so I just, I was just really, I think I was really desperate in this point in my life. Because I felt like I really wasn't gonna find anybody because I had been on a couple dates before him and they all were complete just no-nos. And this is like the first dude that I actually felt like an attraction to physically, and also like, like our chemistry, like, physically and like mentally, I was attracted to him. And then later on, I found out, not to go into politically, but I found out he was a Republican, and then, not to say that all Republicans are bad, but
We will get into politics on a different, podcast.
yeah, on a different episode we'll do that. But for the most part, I do not agree with most of the policies that are pushed on by the Republican Party, and I'll just leave
Mhm.
it at that.
Same.
And yeah, so and you know what? Even when he did tell me that, I still stayed with him. I was like, yeah, we may not agree on like some political, you know, things, stuff, but you still hella fine, and you're not a shit person, so, whatever. So I was just enamored with this dude. I don't think I loved him, but I was getting pretty close to loving him actually. And then one day he blocked me on Instagram out of nowhere. And you know how I knew he blocked me? Because I couldn't look him up on Instagram at all. And we had this whole like long distance talking thing. He sent me like one of those army sweaters. He sent my brother gifts and like all of this stuff, just being super extra. And then all of a sudden, crickets, nothing. And I'm not gonna go into really personal details about his life, but I'm just gonna say he had a really, really, really tough, he was going through some serious shit during the time that we met. And I told him that I could be I'm gonna be there for you. Like, if you need somebody to talk to be like a support system for you, And I told him like, you may not be able to get over what you're going through, but you'll have people around you to help you through it. So I think I was being a good girlfriend. We had made it official. We were boyfriend girlfriend, and he right away made it, public to everybody on Facebook and stuff. And I was more of a private person, and I still am. I don't like posting any of my personal information on social media. I
Same.
I don't like putting that I'm like in a relationship, not because I'm just trying to look like I'm single. It's just literally like I have family and like business colleagues and stuff on my Instagram, and I feel like it's none of their business if I'm in a relationship or not. And yeah, so that's how I feel about that. And he posted it without, asking me first. He just did it, and I was like, "Whoa, okay."
Red flag,
Um
red flag.
Red flag. And then after that, um, a couple, you know, oh, okay. Now we're going to where he blocked me on Instagram. This was like a couple months later. No, you know what? We met in September. Wow, it really didn't last that long.
It didn't.
Huh. It really didn't. We met around, like, September, and then by November, he was already acting really strange, blocking
Funky.
me and stuff, and I was looking forward to him, coming back to our hometown because, he had told me that he was gonna be back, around late November, early December. So I was really excited, I was like, "Yes, you're my mans, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna have some fun together for like, the holidays or whatever, and we're gonna get to know each other more and you're super cute." And I know not everything is looks, but like this man was like scrump dilly umptious.
I saw a picture of him and I thought he was ugly.
I mean, but you and I have both really different tastes in men. So
Extremely
I'll just
different.
I'll just leave it at that. So so he yeah, I was like really excited to see him. And then he started ghosting me on Instagram and everything and blocking me and stuff to the point where I would like get super anxious about talking to him about, just being around or talking to him in general. And I just was very I wasn't happy. I was like getting into a really miserable point in my life or a point in the relationship. And then finally he ghosted me and he sent me, and I'm not without disclosing too much, he sent me a personal item that you would not normally send to somebody if you were going through what he was going through. Okay? Just to keep it, you know. And I had messaged him so I could deliver this said item because I didn't feel comfortable having it in my possession. Actually, I was not comfortable with any of the things that I had in my possession. Oh, and one more thing I will add. He the first date, I walked up to him and he had flowers. And I'm a sucker for roses. I am such a sucker, and I was, like, so impressed. This is how you know I've been treated badly by men. When I'm impressed by little things like that, that's how you know I've been through the ringer. Um
I have never purchased flowers for anyone that I have ever dated, and no one has ever purchased flowers for me. However, recently I've been doing everything differently with my relationships. With my relationship, my current relationship, and I did buy flowers for my boyfriend the other day, and he loved them so much.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It got to the point where like I was kind of sad because sorry, like I thought about it as soon as you said flowers. I'm gonna cry. I bought him like a bouquet of flowers and he put it in a vase. He ended up letting the flowers die, but before letting them completely die, he clipped like 3 or 4 of those flowers off and he put them in a book. Yeah. I just had to bring that up because, like, I feel like this entire podcast, this entire episode is probably going to be extremely like negative. I feel like I wanted
Yeah,
to throw a little bit of sprinkle of some positivity.
funny though. I think I look back on these situations and I'm honestly like, it's so ridiculous.
Same.
Anywho. It really is. So, just to quickly go finish up the story, ended up I ended up messaging him about this said item, and he said yes, that he wanted it back, but he never like let me know when or
Where
where or nothing. Yeah, so I told him like, let's meet here at this time so I can give you your item. And he never replied, and then I waited and didn't go to to that said place and time, but I waited for him to reply to me until, that time, and I was like, "You know what? If he doesn't reply to me by this time," and I'm gonna say one of his parents or his parent, owns a business, I'm not gonna say what, owns a business, and, I was a crazy bitch. I was gonna go and give him back his stuff
I aided
because
and abetted.
yeah, you aided and abetted. And
We went in my
usually
car.
Oh my god. So, oh my god, I'm so this is the oh my god, I can't believe I did this. I looking back on that, I'm like, "Well, that's my peak crazy. That's peak crazy seed." Yeah, anyway. So, um yeah, I waited and he didn't show up and he didn't call
Didn't
me, he didn't
message,
text me,
nothing.
nothing, nothing. And I was like, "Okay, okay, let's go, girls." And I had Jacob, his ex at the time, and then one of our mutual friends go with us to this said business, and let's just say his parent at the time knew about me. They had commented on some of my pictures and they were like, "Oh my god, like you're so pretty," or whatever. And I tried to establish somewhat of a, cordial relationship with them. And we were fine. I didn't have any issues with the parent or anything. So I went to the business and you know I was looking for them, and one of the employees that worked there, I asked them if they knew where this person was, and pointed them out, and I was like, "Thank you." And I took the said item, and I took the gifts, and I took the flowers because I had kept those damn flowers, and I took them with me. All the letters that he had sent me from our correspondence while he was at the military base, all of that, and the sweater, everything. And I, for the most part, do give back everything. If I really don't want anything to do with you, I will give you everything back.
Yes.
and and this yeah, so I really didn't want anything to do with him anymore. So I went ahead and I gave I went up to the parent and I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry that we're meeting under these circumstances. Yeah, but your son gave me some items that I feel like I feel like I shouldn't have. So I'm giving them to you. You can give them to him." And I mentioned what one of the items was, and she oh, they sorry,
You can bleep it
they
later.
yeah, man, it's fine. They were like, "Oh, oh, okay." Like super surprised and yeah, so um he didn't message me after that at all, but he but to this day to this day, still looks at my snaps, and he's usually, like, one of the first people to see them, so I'm just like, "Mm,
He probably is like, "Damn, that's what I'm missing out on. I shouldn't have fucked up." Like,
no." He was probably like, "Zam, that was a really crazy one right there who, like." I
no,
was I was a
no.
crazy bitch on a mission. I was not gonna let this person just ghost me like that, and then just like, "Oh, como si nada," like, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I wasn't gonna
I've
just
been
let
there.
him
I've been there.
like, I wasn't just gonna let him get away with it and, "Oh, now I get to keep all of your stuff." Like, "I don't need your stuff. Here, you can have it. And if you don't want it, I'm gonna give it to your parents and beware." Anyway, so shortly after that, I fell into talking to Anaconda again, and Jacob actually got to meet him,
I
and all of my
did.
friends got to meet him, and we
I put
all liked
Anaconda
him
in
at first.
drag.
Yeah, he put Anaconda in drag, and
Anaconda looked
we
like Tyra Sanchez.
oh my god, he looked fabulous. He had
Yeah,
really good bone structure.
he did. He did.
So after that, I was really desperate after uh, Lieutenant
Lieutenant Dan.
Dan. Lieutenant Dan, and then I just went back to talking to Anaconda because he kept looking at my Snap stories, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" So, um, so then after that, oh, so my friends met him. they kind of liked him. We went out a couple times in downtown in the nightclub scene. Not downtown, we went to a gay club called Sin,
Yeah.
that is no longer open, unfortunately. And, we had, like, a somewhat of a good time. He was, like, acting kinda weird. Um, I would initiate most of the kissing, but we didn't kiss that often. And, after that,
This
I
one
just
time I initiated the kissing. I was like,
oh,
"Kiss
yeah,
her,
you
kiss her,
did.
kiss her." I was a good okay, look, for like, I was a really good wingman
Wingman. Yeah,
when
you
I
were.
met this person because I knew that my friend wanted the anaconda, but I didn't want the anaconda around her. But I was like, you know what? She deserves a man that, or a boy, I guess, because he's a boy. Cause he ain't no man.
Yes.
He ain't no fucking man. I literally went above. I'm gonna quickly do give my 2 cents about Anaconda. I went above and beyond to make him feel like he was welcome. I went above and beyond to make him feel like she was a good option, and I went above and beyond to make him feel like week would be there for him no matter what. So that way it would make him feel, I thought it would make him feel like he would make my good friend Sodia a good option. And the reason I mentioned a DS earlier that I want back from Mr. Anaconda is because I gave him a whole ass DS because he had lost his best friend's DS.
No, no, no. I will
No?
correct you there.
Okay, then what was it? Because
He
I don't
didn't
remember.
lose. He didn't lose his best friend's DS.
Oh, okay. Something worse than that then. What was it?
He fucking he fucking pawned it.
Wow. He pawned his best friend's DS off, and his best friend was extremely pissed. So I was like, being the good Christian. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a Christian. Being the good person that I am, being the good people that I am, was like, you know what? I want to help you. You know, to rekindle things with your friend. I think I remember, oh, you know what? I remember he pawned off the DS because he wanted to buy gifts for everybody. I know how much
Christmas.
for Christmas. I know how much you can get for a DS at a pawn shop. You ain't gonna get nothing more than fucking $20 to $40 for a DS. So I don't know how, like, what Christmas gifts he was trying to buy or what. It sounds like he was trying to buy drugs, if you ask me. But that's just me. Anyway, back to, I gave him my. Oh, I didn't give him. I didn't give him. We had a deal. He was going to go and try and sell my DS to get money back. Um, to do what? What was it? No, 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 no,
No,
no,
he
no,
was
no,
gonna
no. He
give
was gonna
the
give.
DS to
Yeah,
her.
he wanted to give the DS back to her because she had his skateboard. I remember now. And he needed
Oh
the
my god.
skateboard. He needed the skateboard to get around. He didn't have a skateboard. He needed a skateboard to get around. So he was going to pay me for the DS or give it back to me when he couldn't give it to her or whatever. So I never
Well,
got my
he was
fucking DS
going
back.
he was going to give her the DS and then pay you back little by
Yeah.
little.
Little bit, yeah, but I never got my
Um,
money and I never got my DS.
yeah, he never got his DS, and it was, like, such a shitty thing to do because, 1, this is, like, my one of my best friends, and yeah, like, he had no friends.
He had no friends.
Like I think I met one of his other friends, and I was like, "This guy's a loner, pobrecito, he stays at home all day, let me just fix him," you know? Like, he just needs to be fixed.
He just needs a
And I
little
was like
tweaky tweak.
yeah, I was drinking some dumb bitch juice back then, but, I yeah, after that, oh, we had a whole last conversation. I think this is gonna be our one of our longest episodes yet, just FYI, y'all.
Yep.
Um, he we had a conversation. I told him like, what was up with like us before? Like, why did you ghost me? And he's like, or why did we like? And I guess yeah, he ghosted me first. And he was like, um, he's like, it's because you have so much. He's like, what am I gonna offer you like other than sex? He's like, I feel like I have nothing to offer you.
That's
And I'm
literally all
like,
he had for you was a giant wee wee.
Yeah, and I was like, well, it's not like I'm expecting people to give me stuff, this is not like a transactional thing, you know? But I guess him like trying to feel like a man or whatever, you know, um those roles, I guess. So he was not, you know, uh a good person at the end. Me and Jacob had what did you order that day? Kumori's?
What day? The which day?
We were ordering some food from either like Uber Eats or something. We were gonna go pick up some chicken, and
Was it
then we
not
were
Korean
driving.
food?
No, you ordered
Taco
this
Bell.
rice.
Taco Bell.
No, you ordered rice.
It was, I
You
remember
ordered
what I
some
got.
rice.
I got Kamori fried rice and Taco Bell. I remember. I was a
Oh,
fat
okay.
bitch.
Okay, yes. No, no, I don't agree with the fat bitch, but I do remember now the food thing. So, he ordered some food and then I at the time was obsessed with cowboy chicken. Oh, so good.
Yes.
Shout out to Cowboy Chicken. Y'all have like one of the best like sandwiches out in the world. Um so we were
Popeyes is
on our
better.
way. I can't believe this. We're not getting into this right now. Anyway, so so then um we're heading to Cowboy Chicken and we actually lived pretty close to each other within walking distance because literally the when we saw each other again after us ghosting each other, he walked in. Tell me, who walks in the rain for someone?
Fucking
Who?
dumbass.
Unless you're like interested in a person, who walks in the rain? You know? He literally walked in the rain to come to my house. I offered to go get him, but he was like, "No, I'll go. I'll like, you know, I'll get there." And I'm like, "Okay. All right." And I thought he was like coming in a car or something. No, and he had cars. Apparently his dad didn't trust him with his cars or something anyway. So, um anyway, going back to going to Cowboy Chicken, we're at the stoplight and then we see a couple just walking, right? Heading from the little Caesars nearby our house or my house. And they both have a pizza box. And they're walking, or no, he has two pizza boxes and he's holding the pizza boxes with one hand and he's holding her hand with the other hand and they're walking. And I'm like, I did a double take. I was like, "What?" So I was like, I told Jacob, I'm like, "Is that Anaconda? Is that Anaconda?" Because at this time he ghosted me for no reason. This time, this time I actually didn't know because before, like the conversation kind of died out, and that's how I guess we both ghosted each other. But this
He was
time was
ghosting you.
different. He was ghosting me, actively avoiding me after we had hung out multiple times, kissed multiple times, hung out with each other, all 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 9 yards, you know? Me thinking like, "Oh, well, maybe this time he's taking me seriously or something," right? Me, like the pendeja, right? Me, you're stupid, right? I was thinking, "Oh, maybe this guy like actually wants something with me." Oh, you know? And no, no, he was walking down Little Caesars, or no, he was walking down the street with two Little Caesar boxes, holding another girl's hand. And I could not
I
believe
have to
it.
comment on something really quickly. That girl whose hand he was holding, she was
No, stop.
wearing like I just want to talk about what she was wearing because like that's what
Okay,
I
okay.
noticed. I didn't even notice like him. I noticed what she was wearing because I think I remember even commenting on it because You noticed it was him when we got to the stoplight, but I noticed them because of her when we drove up to the stop sign that turns into the stoplight. So
Yeah.
we were on the corner of the street, and I turn and I see that couple, and I'm like, the fuck is this bitch wearing? Mind you, it's summer. It's summer. And she's wearing a black, like, Lolita dress. A black Lolita
Oh my
dress
god.
in the heat, in the sun, in South Texas. And I was like, what the fuck am I seeing? Why is this colonial bitch fucking walking the streets of McAllen? Like,
Colo-
because that's
Colonial.
that's kind of what the Lolita like dresses kind of looked like. They looked like a shorter version of colonial woman clothes, but with more peplum, or not peplum, with more rouging under it. And that's what she was fucking wearing. And it was like I was
It
like,
was
what the
very
fuck are you wearing, girl?
from where I was looking at, it looked like she was wear I was looking more at Anaconda. I almost said his name. I was looking more at Anaconda than the girl. But from what I could see is that she had a black dress with black shoes, and her socks, I can even remember her socks. They were like white ruffly socks.
Yes,
And
I remember.
and I think I think she was wearing like a black cardigan too. And she's really pale. She was like big titty goth GF, but like she did not have big titties. It was like more like small titty goth GF. Yeah. And I think I was the big titty goth GF, and she was the small titty goth GF, because I don't really consider myself goth, but I do wear a lot of black. So for the most part, most of my what's it called? Most of my wardrobe is, black. Anyway, so I'm like I asked Jacob, I'm like, is that Anaconda? And he's like, I don't know, girl, you better turn this car around so we can find out. So I do a U-turn. I do an illegal U-turn, and I got a good look, and I was like, "Wow." I could not believe it. It was him, and it was her, and it happened, and I could not believe it. And oh, another thing that I noticed is that he had deleted his what's it called? Facebook account. He had deleted it because I tried looking him up on Facebook and I noticed that it was deleted. But I found another profile, and I saw that on that profile he had a friend that looked very much like Small Titty Got GF. So I clicked on Small Titty Got GF's profile, and lo and behold, and mind you, this was before, no, this was after all of this that transpired. He ghosted me, and Jacob's DS was nowhere to be found. Like, he ghosted me, and then Jacob
I
never
want
saw
my
his
man
DS
back.
ever again. And I will add that um when we saw them together, yeah, that was like during the time he had ghosted me. So imagine being ghosted, and not only that, but seeing the person that ghosted you with another person walking. I'm like, you know what? You could have gotten Little Caesars like super fast in my car, you know? I could have picked your ass up, taken you to Little Caesars, and we would have gotten there quickly. You wouldn't have to be in the sun, you know, cuz it gets really hot where we live. So this was like in the summer, or like in the spring, summer time. It was like spring leading into summer, and it gets really hot. So I was shocked that
Real
Small
hot.
Titty Goth GF was wearing what she was wearing. And also, I was feeling very disgusted. So anyway, I tell Jacob that, I give Jacob Small Titty Goth GF's Facebook.
Facebook.
And apparently a friend of Facebook. Y'all messaged on Facebook, no?
We did. Getting into like a little bit of what I did because I'm also a psychopath. I remember, me and Sidia should work for the FBI because we found the both of them real fucking quick, and I
Yeah.
found Small Titty Goth GF on my drag Facebook, and I remember reaching out to them and letting them know, hey, like, the guy that you're dating, how long have you been with him? And mind you, like, I got to know her a little bit first before like actually, trying to get any tea, but I got the tea. I got all the tea. Turns out that Small Titty Goth GF and Anaconda were dating during like the entirety of Cydia and Anaconda's like online relationship and the in-person relationship. They were still together. So that's
Yep.
why he's a fuckboy.
Not only is he a fuckboy, but he's a cheater. And we told her. No, I mean I didn't tell her, but you did.
I
You
told
told
her.
her that he was a cheater. He was a cheat. And we sent sis all the receipts,
We
everything.
sent sis the receipts to
Everything.
the house, and she was like, he's mine. No, I'm kidding. That's not what she said. But clearly, like, recently I got bored and I found Small Titty Goth GF on my Facebook. They're still together. They're still
Yeah,
together.
they're still together. And after that, after they had that conversation, um Anaconda like I guess from took me off of Snapchat because he had been looking at my snaps this whole time whilst he was ghosting me. He was still looking at my shit, but not messaging me. So I was like, okay, this is very weird. So then after literally as I was on the phone with Jacob while he was messaging Small Titty Gotcha, I was I was, like, going on Snapchat, and then I see his, like, cause for all my people out there that don't know, you can tell when somebody unfriends you from Snapchat when their little sent icons or, like, whatever you end up sending them or they send you, it goes gray, and then you click on it and you can't see their Snapchat score anymore. That's how you know somebody's removed you from their Snap.
Yep.
So um, so then yeah, I was like, good riddance. The trash took itself out. Like in all of my relationships
Like in
and
all of
people,
our relations, like
our
same
relationship,
thing has happened
the
multiple.
trash usually takes itself
Yeah,
out. So you don't even have to worry, sis. So that is my um there I have other more stories, but I feel like I've
those are
taken up
the
most of
two
this podcast.
main fuck boys that you have
Yeah, that I've dealt with.
that you've dealt with. You know what I was thinking? What if like we just have a fuck boys part two, either in the future or maybe even for the next Friday, we just do fuck boys part two and it's all me.
Yes!
Are you
I'm
down?
down. I
Yeah.
am I
Okay.
am
All right. Well
diddly
then,
diddly
today
down.
today today is Fuckboys part one, sorry, and you will have to
Boy.
stay tuned to hear Fuckboys part two due for me for all of my juicy boy itities that I have.
They're really interesting, y'all. I'm
Mine
like
are fucking weird.
I am just in awe of the fuck boys that we've had to deal with in our lives that I'm just like,
Yours two are like
"Wow."
fucking
Awful, dude.
yes, they were awful. They were awful like boys. They were
I
also
feel like
boys.
I've dealt with I think every stereotypical relationship that a woman can find or like can get I guess like every
Yeah.
stereotypical relationship, right? And I I've dealt with the army dude, I've dealt with the fuckboy, I've dealt with the bartender, I've dealt with the family, like, oh, like, the family friend that you think you're, like, probably gonna marry, but then you don't. And then, like, the friend that, like, the actual drinking buddy friend that's, like, super sweet and you think things are going really well, but then it turns out that they've been secretly hating you this whole time, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so, uh, yeah, I feel like I've dealt with my fair share of dudes. Anyway, so now we're going on to our segment of
Answering questions.
anonymous questions. Um, hold on. Yes. Um, this segment is where everybody or people that know, or yeah, um, the people who know, get to submit their anonymous questions um, through our Ask FM. So that is ask.fm/the pillow talk. Submit your anonymous questions and we might just answer them on our podcast, um, relating to either us or to any advice that y'all may want, or, you know, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
So, I think this question is very is very appropriate for our this episode.
bring it
So,
on.
somebody asks, "Do you believe love exists?" Jacob, I'm gonna hand you that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna, of course, that I will be getting into my spirituality, but my spirituality stems from love. I believe wholeheartedly in love, a lot actually, and I believe my common belief, or my belief in love, is that everybody, no matter who you are, creed, race, or gender, or what have you, you will find someone who loves you no matter what, and it's going to be a healthy love, and it's going to be a great love, and that love might not last for very long, and it also might last forever, but I believe that we all deserve love, and we can probably even have multiple loves in our lifetime. And that's what I feel like when it comes to love. I think, and it's such a hippy dippy thing to say, that, like, like peace and love and stuff, but like literally, like, I do wholeheartedly believe that, like, love is everywhere, and everybody does deserve love no matter what. And it's something that I've always lived by, and it's something that I've always seen. I come from a household that is I feel very loved by my parents. I feel very loved by my family, and I feel very loved by my friends. And like, I just great I do believe in love. I do believe it, and I hope that any of my friends, or any of the listeners that we have, or my family who have gone through heartache, that you take these words of encouragement, that this too shall pass, and you will find love, and you will find an amazing love. And I do have quite a few family members and friends who have gone through the love bug being, you know biting too hard, I guess. And by that I mean, like, too much love, and then it all goes away, you know so yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's some good that's a good message to portray. I guess I'm more of petty. I'm like, some people don't deserve to find love, I
Oh my
guess.
god.
In my opinion, just because, do I believe people can change? Yes, I believe that people can change and grow. But I also feel like people need to be accountable for people that they've hurt. Like, if you hurt somebody, you have to either accept the karma that comes your way after, or try to make the situation better, you know? Just at least giving somebody closure, is enough. I never got
Yeah.
closure from, like, any of my relationships at all. So I don't hold them pretty high. Like, I don't hold any people in my past relationships to pretty high standards. But I hope they're all doing good, and I hope they're all, you know, living and thriving or whatever. And as far as if I believe in love, I've encountered it multiple times, but what I've learned from love is that it's very fickle, or at least the love that I've been shown is very fickle. And I think I'm not a good person to ask if love exists. Um, just because I feel like for most of my dating period or relationship period, I've just been not I just haven't had good experiences. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Maybe it might exist. And I'm gonna kind of resonate with what Jacob said. You know, it's just a matter of putting yourself out there and trying again, getting back up on that horse and you know, never forgetting to love yourself first, most of all, and valuing
Absolutely.
yourself. So, with that, we conclude today's episode. Thank
Of
you all so much for
the
tuning in.
the pillow talk.
Yes. We would like to thank our listeners for, listening to us ramble about some crazy stuff. I feel like each episode y'all get to know us a little bit more.
Yep.
But thank you all for joining us on our fifth episode. Hopefully, there's more episodes to come, and we're just so grateful to have this platform to share with you all. And yeah, thank you all so much, Jacob.
Same. Yeah, I just want to say thank you and a big shout out again, of course, to Albert, my boyfriend, for helping me because he's so amazing. And since we ended the note with me talking about since we ended the podcast with me talking about love, that's not something we've said to each other yet, but I can tell that he likes me a lot and I like him a lot. And that's all I'm going to say. So, yes. And then, of course, thank you to our listeners and everybody that follows us on Instagram and puts up with our shenanigans and stuff like that. We love y'all so much, of course, because like that's why I say that, Cydia. I think in the last podcast, she was just like, she was
I
just
just
like,
have commitment issues,
you
okay?
do, but you
I'm
know
not
what? You don't have
ready
to have
to
commitment
be in
issues
that.
with a podcast.
I mean, maybe with our audience, I have commitment issues. You know, I just feel like we're not ready to, like, get into that next level. I mean, I feel like you may love our listeners, but
I
I think I like them.
do.
I like you guys. Y'all are nice. Follow us on all of our socials, please. It really helps us out with our engagement and
Pretty
getting
please.
more people to listen to our podcast. And, we're kind of like an indie podcast. Like, we're kind of a little
Mm.
bit unknown. So if y'all could please just, share our stuff and either giving us a like or following us, it really helps out a lot.
Or word of
So
mouth. Word of mouth helps a
word of
lot
mouth,
too.
yes, use those mouths.
Mm.
And we will catch you on the next episode, y'all. Thank you so much.